It's Chaya here, and I'm back with day 22. Guys, first of all, I'm totally sorry. I was notified that my video yesterday got cut off at the end. I'm gonna do my best to just push in what was left over there into this video and keep it short and concise. So, yesterday we talked about the 6 basic human needs, and today we're gonna pick up where we left off. I want to go deeper into it. See, if you really listened yesterday, at this point we went over the 6 basic human needs: certainty, uncertainty or variety, significance, love and connection, growth or contribution. Now, if you really listened and even did the homework, at this point you know which two are your most driving forces. And what I want to tell you is you can really use this knowledge to your advantage. There's many different ways, and I want to teach you how. So the first one is in business. I'm going to go with business first because relationships might be long. In business. So outside of yourself. When you start to recognize what drives people, you can learn how to use it for your advantage to get them to do what you want, especially if you're in sales or even if you're a manager, or even if you just have a regular job and you'd like to have everything flow properly and get along well with everyone. If you know that, David is driven by significance and then love and connection, make sure he feels significant. Point out every time he does something good, make him feel significant, make him feel connected, and oh my God, put it in your hand. But if David or if Max is run by certainty, he needs to know everything's certain, you give him that extra level of certainty. You make sure he knows when I say I'm going to get it done, I get it done, and you get it done by hook or by crook. When we learn what people's languages are, life gets easier because you see, we tend to treat everyone on our terms, what we need, but in reality, everyone needs different stuff. So if you can learn how to give people what they actually need, and let me explain to you how you know this. When you're sitting there and having a conversation with someone, this is what I do. I let the brain quiet down and I say, which needs are driving him or her? Now, if the person is standing and trying to get your attention, chances are, not always, but chances are they want significant. They want to feel that they're good enough. They want to feel that they're worthy of the time and the attention you're giving them. Chances are. Now, if someone is actually very put together and just driving ahead and very, blunt and straight to the point, and chances are they want certainty. This isn't a rule of thumb. You have to actually play around with it and you'll learn. You'll learn. But what happens is as you start to ask these questions, as you become more and more in tune with people's needs and more able to actually fill them and make people around you feel so good, because isn't that what you really want? That the people around you, the people you spend time with, should feel really good, whether it's work, whether it's at home, isn't that what you really want? This is how you do it. This is the secret. This is how you make everyone around you feel really amazing. And now that's in the workforce. Now what about with yourself? Imagine you really get to know your needs and you start to fill them. And on that note, what if you want to shift them? See, as I said before, my driving force was significance. I needed to feel good enough in order to feel love. But the truth is, my values and my morals were not that. My values and my morals were love above all. Love no matter what. Be protected, but love no matter what. Always. And yet, when I would look at my needs and my values, my needs were always going to win. This is how it's going to work. Your needs will always win because they're needs as opposed to values. And yet they wouldn't align with my values, which hurt like hell. Because I would find myself in this place where I'm angry at someone or upset at someone or hurting or not able to give them the love I want to give them. And I don't know why. I know what I want to give, but I can't. And the reason why is because my needs come above everything. Your needs come above everything. So if you recognize your needs today, you can make a decision to you recognize your needs today. Let's take it back a step. If you recognize your needs today and you recognize your values today, let's see if they align. Are they in alignment? And chances are they're not. Because just chances are, if they are in alignment, great. There's still a lot of other value here. But if they're not, for those of you who it isn't, I want to tell you like this. Who do you think is always going to win? Is it your values or your needs? Like I said before, your needs will always win because it's something you need. Which means that in reality, your values can get stomped upon all the time. As long as you don't need anything, your values are there. And the minute you do need something, your values will disappear. So when I felt insignificant, I couldn't love anyone, not let alone myself. So bringing it back home to yourself, and I think I'm going to split it, and I'll talk about relationships tomorrow, even though I had other things planned. We'll push it off and make it work, because I really want to make sure this point comes across properly. And relationships is a whole nother area that I love to talk about, especially when it comes to the 6 basic human needs, because it turns into such a fun experience. Whether it's you're dating, whether it's you're married, whatever it is, it's so much more fun when you know the key of how to make them happy, how to really make them happy and give them what they need, not just what they want or what they say they need. Now, so back to yourself. So have you ever found yourself doing something and you're like, that is so not me? I want you to know that if you go back to that experience, actually go back to that experience right now. Why? Why wasn't it you? And why did you do the thing you said you wouldn't do? The thing you knew you wouldn't do, or you shouldn't do, why? Notice which of your human needs showed up then that you had to deal with. Like, for example, I was dating someone once, and he was going through a really hard time, and my need for certainty showed up exactly then, and it didn't end well, because all I needed was make me comfortable, make me feel less uncertain, and I couldn't be there for him. And thank God everything smoothed out right now, so I can laugh about it. But it really got me thinking. When I look back at that, like I couldn't understand what happened. Like I was the best, I was great, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't be there. And then I realized, oh my God, I couldn't deal with my own need. I didn't recognize my need, and I couldn't fill it. So I needed someone else to. But if you can recognize your needs, you can fill it. B, you can choose. And that's the one thing I wanted to leave you with today, the homework for today. What needs do you want to, if a year from today, I can make your wish come true that in a year from today, you are leading the life you want. What needs would have to be your priorities in order for you to live the life you want? And I believe I said it in the last video, and I'll tell you, for me, what I decided was I want love and connection to come first. So the time I want to push you out, I actually come and bring you in and tell you it's hard for me right now. I'm terrified to let you in. And I really just move forward piece by piece, trudge through the trenches until I become more and more comfortable in love. And 2 is growth, because what I have realized is that when growth is one of my priorities, I flourish and I feel happy and I feel good and I feel satisfied, and then all the other needs can be met. What 2 needs do you want driving your life? Which one is first? Which one is second? And what are they? In that dream life that you live in a year from now, it's almost January 2023, okay? Next year, or wherever you are right now, whatever date or time it is, imagine a year from today, a year from the day you're in. What reality do you want to be in, and what values do you need to have? What needs do you need to have that will align your values? What are your biggest values? What is it that you want to leave an imprint on the world? How? And how can we align them? By creating needs that will match you up, that every time you're in a conundrum and it's my needs or my values, even if your needs win, which they will, your values are being met. My value is love, above all. By making love my first priority, my first need, I've been filling my life with so much love and have been making it possible for me to love people even when it's hard, because that's my biggest need and needs to be met. So which one do you want to put right up front and center to take that space and to make it possible for you to meet your needs and your values at the same time? See you soon. I can't wait. The next episode is the bomb. Everyone is, but I so badly wanted to get it out today, but I think that this needs to be separate. And I hope that you do the homework so that tomorrow you're ready to learn how do we take our relationship and make it fun as can be, exciting, enjoyable. Every relationship, but specifically partnership, but any relationship. You ready to do this?